My first concern is really about health and the health of our students, faculty, staff, the campus community. And so when the coronavirus really hit the press that this was a health concern that we needed to be worried about, began just thinking about what do we need to do as a college. Our students were on spring break at the time. And, you know, as I'm thinking about them being out and about in a lot of different locations and coming back, really, you know, didn't want them to come back and transport the virus into the town or onto campus. And then as we just processed it here with our leadership team, you know, we have students who live on campus. What would be our capacity if students came back and students began getting ill? You know, could we quarantine? Did we have space? And just really felt like other institutions, and as I began to consult with colleagues across the Commonwealth, that it made sense for us to transition to an online environment. We ramped up workshops and had faculty participate so that they could begin thinking about what their classes would look like. Gave faculty the opportunity to practice with things like technologies like Zoom so that they could Zoom with their students if they wanted to do, you know, regular class time, but in a virtual environment. I think some faculty are doing that, but most of our faculty have gone more asynchronous, so they may be recording things for students, or they're doing assignments and having students submit and doing some one-on-one work with students and feedback in that way. And then my other worry with that transition was we're in a rural area, and while our internet access is fabulous, as is the town, we have students who commute, who live in homes where they don't have any internet access, and wanted to make sure that they could access the technology so that they could continue to work and be successful. So we did surveys of students and got great responses back from them, and asked students if they didn't have access, could we help? I think the courses seem to have been going pretty smoothly. You know, I think it's been interesting to me. I've been looking at our retention to see if students have dropped out, and we haven't it's been pretty phenomenal. We haven't had anybody withdraw throughout the spring semester, so I think students are staying engaged. I have noticed, because I follow social media, you know, students just talking about the workload, and that it's just very different to be in this totally online environment. But I think faculty are working hard to make themselves accessible. If they're not having classes by Zoom, they're having office hours by Zoom, so that you can at least make some of those connections with faculty. And we made a decision about a week or so ago that we would transition our summer online. Several institutions across Virginia have decided to do that as well. We wanted to hold off on our second summer session to see if we might be able to go face-to-face, but I think we decided we needed to focus on fall, and thought that if we could get summer scheduled and have everyone settled. So a few faculty members changed what they planned to teach so that it would be more amenable to an online class. So we've got our summer schedule set now, and students are registering for classes in the summer. And now we're really shifting to what are we going to do this fall.